So good evening. This is the third class in our spring 6-week series. Tonight we're going to explore Yin Yoga for menstruation, perimenopause, menopause, transient times. And this is an ideal practice as we transition through seasons, through the different weather patterns, ideal before bed. We're going to explore the energy of spring, the energy of the frog as our spirit animal, and the energy of the red tent and the wisdom of women that we trust and love. So get settled in for this class. It'll run for 75 minutes. And at the end of the asana practice, there'll be a pranayam, a meditation, and our mantra, our Shanti mantra with the moon salutations, Chandra Namaskar. Have your bolsters, your pillows, and your blocks ready, and enjoy. So good evening, beautiful goddesses. Welcome to our class of learning and mastering the energetics within us and the energetics of yoga. So last week we worked with the concepts of prana flow, life force energy, and the way it flows in 5 different directions. And tonight we'll be focusing on the flow of our blood as women, the flow of our hormones as women, and the flow of life, seasonal change, the change from day to night, the change from the moon cycle. So I invite you now just to sit peacefully and comfortably. And just take a moment to tune in to yourself. And just slowly transition from the movement and the outward focus of your life before this class. And begin to bring all of your awareness to yourself. Just noticing your physical body, making small adjustments as you find more comfort and ease in your sitting position. And just listening to the thoughts flowing from your mind, giving them your full awareness and allowing them to flow. Notice the presence of sensation in your body. Is there a coolness, a warmth, an openness, a contraction? Becoming aware of the different sensations, where they are in your body. If you're in your menstrual years, reflecting on the day of your menstrual cycle and how this may be associated with the quality of your thoughts, the sensations in your body, the feelings that are flowing through you. If you're no longer menstruating, you bring more awareness to the phase of the moon cycle. And tonight, as we practice live together, the moon is waxing, about 96%. 2 days she will be blooming in her full moon phase. And together, imagining the light shine upon you, full moon energy, lighting your practice with a sense of comfort, nurturing, and an energy of grace. Beautiful white light flowing from above you down into your body. If you follow astrology, the moon is in the Aquarius zodiac sign. So we honor the element of the air, honor the breath of life, and the symbol of the water bearer, honoring the fluidity of our emotions, the fluidity of our blood, the fluidity of our life as we move from different ages and phases. Taking into account everything that you're noticing about yourself in this stillness and relative silence. Setting your intention for your practice. What would you like to feel more of throughout the class? And as you make your way to dream time. We'll draw our hands together at the energetic heart space and Anahata chakra. We'll open our class with the Shanti mantra, the mantra for peace. And we combine the sacred sounds with the moon salutation, Chandra Namaskar. We'll chant and do the moon salutation just once to open, and then at the end of the class, 3 times. Tuning in to the energy of the mantra of wholeness, remembering we are one with the cycles. Tomorrow's spring, blooming, the energy of water and earth, melting our winter, purifying our paths, allowing us to shine. We chant now in honor of the moon, in honor of the yin energy, the night energy, the nurturing and intuitive energy around us and within us. A long, deep inhale to begin. Namada. Namidam Nam Dachate Nasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And gently opening your eyes when you're ready. So let's take our first yin position. So it'll be a squatting position. If you're near a wall or perhaps the side of your bed, I invite you to try and bring your back all the way onto that surface so that you feel fully supported. If you have a block, you can sit on the block, or you might sit on your bolster. So unlike our daytime hatha practice, we're a little bit more supported here. And we're going a little bit deeper. We're going yinner than our usual practice. So it's almost a little bit more restorative. We're working with the downward flow of energy to encourage blood flowing downwards if you're menstruating. If you're not menstruating, we're also encouraging the downward flow of our energy for good digestion and elimination. So take a few moments to find your squatting position. If you're feeling relatively energetic tonight, tuning into that full moon energy, it might be a little bit more yang, so a yin style, but more yang in nature. You might not have any support, no bolster or block. If you're menstruating or feeling particularly tired, using as much support as you need. And just begin now to find the edge of your pose so you can feel your feet on the earth and a sensation through the inner thighs. This is bringing stimulation to the meridian energy line of the liver. We'll be here for about 3 minutes. And as you're here, just begin to notice again your physical body. And as much as possible, relaxing all of the muscles that you're noticing. Your inner thighs, your lower back. Relaxing the base of your body. Relaxing the base of your pelvic core. Allow the perineum, the yoni, and the anus to completely relax. Begin to focus now on your breath. Inhaling gently through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. Allowing your exhale to be longer than your inhale. And this shape, the squatting position, and your exhale, stimulating the flow of apana vayu, the downward direction of life force energy. Encouraging you to ground and connect with the earth. Allow yourself to keep relaxing and releasing any tension you're noticing. Relaxation of your musculature structure, encouraging a stimulation, a pranic stimulation into the energy lines of your body, particularly here, the liver. And for the next minute now, letting go of the sound of my voice, allowing yourself to listen to your breath, the vibrations coming from any sensations, thoughts, or emotions. Very gently now, coming out of your squatting position, you might like to remove the block or bolster from underneath you and just sit on the earth. Or you may prefer to gently transition into a standing forward fold. So taking all the pressure off the back of the knees. If you're on the wall, you may press your sit bones into the wall and just let your body hang here. Starting to feel in for the rebound of blood and energy moving through the lower back and between the legs. If you're on the floor and you'd like to stay seated, just come into a gentle forward fold. You might like to join us in the standing forward fold here. Just allowing the weight of gravity to fall off your back, completely relaxing your neck. Gentle bend of the knees. Very slowly, you might lengthen the back of one knee. And just stay here, drawing the thigh over to the belly or the belly over to that thigh with the leg that is long. This forward fold, stimulating the bladder energy lines that run along the back of the body. Symbolic of our fluidity, the waters of our body. Emphasizing your exhale, relax and release the muscles, the hamstrings, calf muscles, your neck muscles. If you have one leg bent, it's very gently bending the opposite leg and elongating that leg that has been bent. And drawing your belly over to that thigh. Using the sound of your breath now, a gentle sighing sound, exhaling out through your mouth. Tuning into the energy of releasing the old, relinquishing the past. Letting go of anything that doesn't serve your highest peace, sense of love and wholeness. A few more deep breaths here, relaxing all of the muscles that you notice. Remembering to come out of the shape at any time that it feels unsafe. If there's any sharp sensations, intuitively you feel you've had enough. Very gently, either rolling the spine up, using the inhale, drawing the breath upward, open the chest. Or you may intuitively feel like you wish to come back into the squatting position. So listen to your body and honor that. If you're standing, just to open the chest. Draw your arms out nice and wide. Feeling the rebound, blood flowing down the back of the leg, through the chest. And if you like, taking any movements now, gentle shaking of the body, releasing your day, gentle swinging movement, any kind of twist. And take your time and come down to a seated position. So getting your bolster or your pillow, we're going to come into the half dragonfly. So one leg will be out to the side, the other leg will be bent with that foot coming to the inner thigh, the half dragonfly pose. So we're going to add a twist here. So if you were in Venus Yoga on the weekend, we talked a lot about the energy lines and the energetics of menstruation and menopause. Go back and have a look at that class when you can. But essentially, we're looking to stimulate the liver energy line, running from the big toe up and under into the yoni, up into the liver, and the gallbladder energy lines that run from the inner eye up through the head and down the side of the body. So any lateral side bends or twisting movements, any movements where we're stimulating the inner thigh, we'll target these areas to bring a natural flow of blood and energy. So in your dragonfly, you can use your props however feels most comfortable. We're going to come over to a side twist here. So on the one hand, we've got the inner thigh being stimulated and the opposite side of the side body. So take a few moments to find the edge of your pose. Use your props creatively, the energy of the Aquarian moon, creativity and curiosity. And remember, in Yin Yoga, the poses are not designed to be comfortable initially. We're seeking to challenge the yin tissue of the body to hydrate. So we need attraction on the connective tissue, on the joints and the ligaments. And mentally, we're training ourselves to find comfort in discomfort, to find a certain grace when things are challenging. Once you've found that edge of the shape, it's a little bit challenging, but you can breathe through it. You feel in command of your breath. Find your stillness. Acquire a deep breath. Drawing the breath through that side of your body and the inner leg. Inhale and feel that side of the chest expanding. The air element moving through you. And a long exhale out through your mouth. Relaxing and releasing. Letting go of any muscular tension that you feel. When you notice discomfort or any sense of irritation before reacting, see if you can just pause for a moment. Use your breath. Notice if the distraction, the irritation, or the discomfort eases, if it changes in a positive way for you. And then if not, gently move, allow yourself to be more comfortable. Another 3 cycles of breath now. Relaxing more deeply into everything you're feeling. And that last cycle of breath, very gently, use the inhale. Use your hands, gently come out of that half dragonfly. And just finding your rebound here. So you might bring both of your legs together. You might do some gentle movements, just honoring what your body needs. And then taking the other side, so take at least 30 seconds to a minute to find your edge in this pose. That place where you can work with an area of traction and discomfort in a peaceful way. So opposite leg is lengthening out. Be mindful of any shoulder, chest, or arm issues. You might just lean to the side, or you could take the arm all the way over. And experiencing how the stimulation of the energy lines, the meridians of the liver in the inner leg, and the gallbladder along that side of the body move energy into the organs and the cells. It may contribute to a sense of releasing, flowing of energy, of blood, and of hormones. We'll be here for just over 2 minutes. Enough time to stimulate the yin tissues of our body, and therefore the meridians that run through the connective tissue. Relaxing all of the areas of muscular contraction that you're noticing. Use the exhale to relax and release. Using sound, hearing your breath. Sighing sound, helping to relax and release. Not just physical tension, but any mental or emotional stress you may be feeling. Another minute here. Can you go deeper into your experience of letting go? Perhaps there's a thought pattern or a habit you'd like to release. Give yourself permission. Let go of that thought. Imagine yourself ending a particular behavior. And then replace a thought or behavior with something positive, something illuminating, something filled with light and love. 3 more cycles of deep breath here. And on that last cycle of your breath, requiring a deep inhale, draw your body very gently out of the shape. And just be still for a moment in a neutral position. Asking your body what it needs. Perhaps some tender touch along the areas that were tractioned or compressed. Perhaps some gentle movements. Okay, so now we're going to come into the full dragonfly. So you're sitting with your legs wide. Some of you might need a bolster or a pillow under your hips. And if there's any knee injuries, just bring the legs in a little bit closer. If you have a block and an extra pillow or bolster, bring that in front of you. And you're going to draw your belly down towards the earth, completely relaxing the head, the forehead, using as many props as you can. Take your time to find the edge of what feels a little bit challenging, getting a deep traction on the inner thighs. And as you settle into your position, I invite you now to imagine that you're in the tropics. And more specifically, Puerto Rico, a very small island off the coast of America, near Florida. In this beautiful island, there is a frog, corky. It's called a corky frog. And it's called this because it makes a sound, corky, corky. It's the cry or the song of the males, the male frogs, calling out at night. One, to protect their territory, and two, to call in their female mating partner. And in their natural habitat, this frog creates a beautiful, relaxing sound. An ambient sound that can transport you into the realm of the spirit world. So for the next 90 seconds to 2 minutes, taking yourself into the tropics and listening to the sound of the corky frog, the spirit animal or totem for transformation and transition. A natural habitat from the sunset to the dawn. The corky frog sings and attracts its female companion. Take a moment and listen to your breath and how the inhale attracts the exhale. And how the exhale and the downward flow of your breath attracts the upward flow of your breath. Very gently now, as you inhale, coming out of your dragonfly position, use your hands, stay focused on your sensations. Just being still for a moment, and then honoring what your body needs. Perhaps a gentle arching back, opening the chest, taking in the air element, breathing as deeply as you can. As you move your legs, supporting your legs, very gently lifting your thighs together. Give yourself a hug. So option now, either to take a seated butterfly yin style pose. So you'll use a bolster either under your hip, or you could use both a bolster and a block. You just come down. So here we're stimulating the lower back. And for some of you, you'll also feel a stimulation in the inner thighs. Some of you might prefer to do the butterfly on your back. If you're not menstruating, you could have a bolster sideways under your hips to elevate the hips. And you'll be lying on your back in the butterfly position. If you're menstruating, you may prefer to do the seated version or just lay on your back without the bolster. Take a few moments. You might try both before you decide what you're going to do. Listen to your body and its needs. And then as you're here, you'll imagine that a beautiful red tent is growing from the earth around you. It's protecting you from any danger. And at the same time, the red tent is made of magical material that can allow the fresh air to flow through and onto your skin. It allows the sounds of the frog, the corky frog, to soothe you, and to remind you of the power of the masculine and the feminine within you. The corky, like all frogs, is a symbol of transition. It's associated with the water element. Reminder that we can cleanse ourselves, our emotions, our physical body, and we listen and we honor flow and the letting go. The frog is a symbol of the feminine. He and she, they sing at night under the moon energy. So in your red tent, calling upon the energy of the frogs, allowing their song to support you, to cleanse and emotionally release anything that doesn't serve your highest love, sense of peace and wholeness. Another 90 seconds here, calling upon the frog energy. Lean into the space between your thighs, your yoni, your belly, and your lower back. Very gently supporting your thighs, supporting your legs. Very gently come out of the shape and just finding a neutral position. Coming in for the flow of blood and energy as you remove any compression or traction in the areas of the pose. I invite you now to come on to your belly. Take 3 deep belly breaths for the rise and the fall of your belly. You're still in that safety, the support of your red tent. Traditionally, this is where women would go when they're bleeding, when they're experiencing loss. It could be loss of a relationship, loss of life, the ending of a life phase or chapter. You would go into that tent and be held and supported by the energy of other women. So as you're here and breathing deeply into the earth, choose 1 or 3 women in your life you would like to call into your red tent. They could be living or they could be in the spirit world. Call them in. Bring them into the safety of your red tent. And just ask them to be with you the rest of your class. They may speak to you. They might touch you. Or they may just be there, just observing you and holding the space. Just be open to whatever it is that you feel or imagine. And the second last shape that we'll take is the frog pose. So if you've got any knee or hip issues, you might like to take the half frog pose. So I'll show you the full frog pose to begin with. So we're facing with the belly and the pelvis down. The knees are wide. You might have your heels and feet together. Or if you have a little bit more physical flexibility, the legs might be open. You're going to sit back and once again get that traction through the inner thighs for the liver energy line. Also stimulating the kidney energy line for fluidity. You can have bolsters and pillows underneath you. Remember in yin, it doesn't matter how it looks. wanting to feel a sensation in the target area. If this is too much for your hips or your knees, you can do one leg at a time. So here I'll have my right back leg out and my left leg bent. So I'm in a half frog position here. It's a little bit less stimulation, so I might get a bolster and I'll bring that up underneath the bent leg. And you could also add a little bit of a twist if you're doing the half frog, using the arms. If you're feeling particularly tired or exhausted, the half frog might be a better option for you tonight. Taking some time to find your yin shape. And then feeling in for the presence of your 3 or perhaps just 1 woman here to support you. And to get together, continuing to listen to the ambient sounds of the frog, the corky mating call, reminding us of the power of polarity, the masculine and the feminine within us. Another minute if you're doing the half frog. Let you know when it's time to change. In the half frog, taking your time, supporting your body, very gently changing sides. If you're in the full frog, as long as there's no sharp sensation, continue to be there and dive deeper, drawing upon the energy and the presence of the wise women around you. And deeper into relaxing, releasing, allowing the flow of water and blood to move through you. The stimulation of your liver energy lines, creating cleansing and renewal. 1 more minute here. Very gently in out of your frog or half frog position. Very gentle with yourself. Use your hands to support your legs in the movement. You may like to come onto your knees into child pose or seed pose. You may like to come into the triangle, downward dog shape. Take all that pressure off your knees. You may like to lie flat on the earth. And taking now a final position, because we're practicing at night and in the comfort of our own space and red tent. We like to bring your legs up onto the wall or the side of your bed or a chair and come into waterfall pose. You could bring a bolster under your hips, pillow under your hips. Or you might prefer just to come into the peace pose and take a longer shavasana. So using as much support as you can, especially if you're menstruating or going through the phases of perimenopause and menopause. It's a lot of transition. It can feel chaotic, it can feel heavy and confusing. So giving your body as much support as you can. And feeling the energetic support of the women or woman in your red tent. Being open to the wisdom and the support she shares with you. Your imagination, feeling into the presence of these women, a reminder that you're never alone. Other women have experienced something very similar to what you were experiencing in your own life. They've found a way to move through their challenges and chapters. And if you ask, they will help you and support you. They will empower you to find your own way through their story. Asking for support, having the courage to ask for support, going into your strength to ask for support. Relaxing the back of your legs, your spinal muscles. Focus on a deep belly and womb breath. Inhale and the exhale, unifying, creating a circular breath. Deepest breath that you can. very gently, your waterfall pose, drawing your thighs to your belly. If you're on your back, you may also like to bring thighs to belly, taking the shape of Apanasana or the seed pose. Again, encouraging the downward flow of your prana. Letting go of heaviness, letting go of blood, letting go of any toxins that you don't need, any material waste, let it go. Exhaling out through your mouth, long sighing sound. And transitioning now into a short Shavasana. So allowing your body to be completely supported on the earth, bolster or pillows under your knees, symbolic covering of your body, a gentle shawl, or perhaps if you're feeling cool, a blanket. In the spirit of transience, moving from winter to spring, remembering the elements. Spring, invoking the element of water and earth. Things are melting, things are grounding, the seeds are being planted for you to bloom, bloom as a flower. We're letting go of winter, letting go of hibernation, letting go of solo practice, doing things alone. Remembering the power of sisterhood, power of family and tribe. So as you start to relax, let go of your physical body, feeling the presence of support from the women in your red tent. Knowing that it is safe enough to completely let go. For a few minutes now, letting go of any outside sounds, practicing the qualities of peace, death, and rebirth. Bringing your awareness now to your breath. Taking 3 deep womb and belly breaths. Expanding the breath in the lower part of your body. Just very gently opening your eyes, imagining the moon really in her fullest form, shining down upon you. See her light, bathe in the energy of that light. Feel the presence of the wise woman or wise women around you. Smile and thank them for their presence and wisdom. Very gently moving your fingers and your toes. Moving your neck from right to left. Drawing your thighs to your belly. Coming to a comfortable seated position, wherever is comfortable for you. As much support as you can. Your back might be on your wall or your bed head. Using the bolster to support your knees and pelvic floor. Lengthening your spine. I'm going to practice 3 minutes of breath or pranic purification ritual. Nadi Shodan. Nadi referring to the energy lines, another sound or word for meridian. And Shodan meaning to purify and cleanse the energy channels. This is one of the most studied practices of yoga, proven to balance the hemispheres of the brain, bring us into a state of coherence. And it's when we are coherent, when we are centered within ourselves, when we are equanimous, when there's no judgment, there's just awareness and acceptance. We can make choices that are pure, that are very true to our true nature and our path in life. So I invite you to take the position for Nadi Shodan. So if you're right-handed, generally the opposite hand, our left hand will be in Shin Mudra or Gyan Mudra. And we'll use our right hand, middle and index finger between the eyebrows, stimulating Ajna Chakra for intuition. We're closing the nostrils with our thumb and index finger. And for tonight, we'll practice with an even breath. So an even inhale and an even exhale. I'll count a few rounds for you, and then for about 90 seconds, feel free to change the count, make it longer or shorter. So we begin by exhaling out through the left nostril. Complete exhale. And slowly inhale through the left. 2, 3, 4. Exhale right. 2, 3, 4. Inhale right. 2, 3, 4. Exhale left. 2, 3, 4. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Continue now at your own breath pace, counting your breath, lengthening the breath if you like. Keep the breath even. Another 90 seconds. As you sink into the rhythm of your breath, draw the tip of the tongue to the top of your palate, helping to circulate prana more smoothly through your energy channels. Completing your last round by exhaling out through the left nostril. And the eyes closed, and just relaxing that hand onto your thigh. Noticing the effect of the breath, how it has moved prana through your energy channels, your nadis. And from this place of deeper peace, coherence, just sitting quietly and being with yourself. You may have a specific question that you seek to ask your support women in your tent. You may just sit and let wisdom flow through you, from you, and from your support tribe. Remembering now a time in your life when you went through a big transition and you moved through it with grace and with support. It may have been challenging for you at the time, but you found your strength, you empowered yourself through your inner strength and wisdom, through your vulnerability to ask for support, and from your patience, knowing that all things end. Everything in nature is transient. Having a deeper sense of impermanence, and that being the beauty of life. Taking another minute just to reflect on this time, breathing in all of the positive insights, all of the learnings and gifts from your experience of transition. Smiling to yourself. Bring both of your hands to your energetic heart space, Anjali Mudra. And sending out your thanks to your support, wise women, allowing their image now to fade away. And thanking your red tent, symbol of safety and support, allowing that image to fade away. And thanking the totem, the spirit animal of the frog, the corky. The ambient sounds, a reminder of the feminine, the masculine. And thanking your liver and your gallbladder, helping you to cleanse your body, keep you alive. And thanking the cycles of your inner moon, the menstrual cycle, the hormones, all the transient times as you move from girl to young woman, to mother, to wise woman, to grandmother, and beyond. Thanking yourself for creating the time for your practice tonight amongst all of the challenges. You're here and you practice. We'll seal in the energy and all the insights of our practice with the Shanti mantra and the moon salutation. We'll do 3 rounds. Ornamada, Ornamidam, Ornam Dachyate, Ornasya Purnamadaya, Ornameva Vashishyate. Om. Ornamada, Ornamidam, Ornam Dachyate, Ornasya Purnamadaya, Ornameva Vashishyate. Om. Ornamada, Ornamidam, Ornam Dachyate, Ornasya Purnamadaya, Ornameva Vashishyate. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for being here live. A beautiful, peaceful evening. No need to talk if you prefer to leave in silence. I'll see most of you tomorrow. Good night. My frog, spirit animal. Good night. Thank you.